Now on CoastTV News.
Good morning, Delmarva. Waking up to some balmy temperatures across the peninsula this morning, upper 40s to lower 50s. It will be yet another mild day as we make a run at potentially our first 70-degree temperature of the season. But I am tracking a cold front that will bring a few scattered showers, and then we're going to be all over the place as far as temperatures are concerned over the weekend. We'll talk all about that coming up.
We have a choice right now. We either have to fight and reassert our dominance or just watch it slip away forever.
Corporate crisis warning how the growing trend of Delaware businesses fleeing could lead to higher taxes for people in the state.
Zoning shakeup, that is what could happen in Rehoboth Beach, and we look at the plans being reviewed to bring more housing into the city.
Rocket reaches orbit. It was just hours ago. We have the latest launch of a Falcon 9 rocket and the payload it carried.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Thursday, February 27th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we're moving closer to the weekend,
We
Elisa.
are.
I'm looking forward to 302 Day at Dogfish Head.
Nice.
And I did pester Chris, who's in for Bob, this morning about the forecast. I'm going to tell you, he's got some good news for Saturday.
You know what? I like it. It's been a good week with weather. Chris, I know today may be a little bit of rain, but it also could be warm, so we'll take it.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of everything here over the next 7 days, but the mild weather certainly is going to be the story as we continue to see the mild temperatures. Take a look at this. We're about 21 degrees warmer in Salisbury than this time yesterday, 16 degrees warmer in Georgetown, and we're about 6 degrees warmer along the coast there in Ocean City. So the mild weather sticking around, quite balmy out there this morning. It's 51 Georgetown, 51 in Salisbury, 48 in Rehoboth, 47 in Bethany. We're seeing those winds out of the southwest. We're dry right now, just cloudy. We have a sold-out front to the north and plenty of moisture back off to the west, all associated with the cold front. That's going to be swinging through later on today. We could make a run at 70, first of the year. There will be more clouds in play today and that scattered shower activity this afternoon. Our Friday will feature sunny, breezy conditions. Pleasant day, and then the weekend. Well, the weekend's going to begin quite spring-like in the 60s, and then we're going to finish quite winter-like. It's going to be back in the 30s and feel like the 20s come Sunday afternoon. As far as your drive in today to work, cloudy and balmy. We see those showers develop later this afternoon after about 12, 1 o'clock. Not all that heavy and continue at least through the evening hours before we see skies clear. We'll talk more about the big temperature swing this weekend coming up in that full 7 day a little bit later on the newscast.
All right, thank you, Chris. Delaware has long been the corporate capital of America. It's home to more than 1 million businesses that have incorporated in the state. That's due in large part to the state's unique Chancery Court that only handles business lawsuits.
But now big names are packing up and heading out to states like Texas and Nevada. And with companies leaving, lawmakers are now proposing changes to Delaware's corporate law.
Yeah, they've been introduced in Senate Bill 21, and that clarifies who has control in a company, adds steps to ensure fairness with big shareholders as they take a company private, and protects companies from shareholder lawsuits. Supporters of this say these changes are crucial to keep businesses in Delaware.
And this all started when the Delaware Chancery Court judge ruled against Elon Musk's $56 billion Tesla pay package, prompting him to move Tesla and SpaceX to Delaware.
And now other corporations are following suit. We spoke with Christian Hudson. He's a Sussex County business leader, and he says even if only 10% of Delaware's 1.8 million incorporated businesses leave the state, that could mean hundreds of millions of dollars gone from the state budget. And that's money for things like schools, roads, and infrastructure.
We're small. We don't have oil. We don't have manufacturing base. Where's that money going to come from? It's going to come from me and you. Or we're not going to have the goods and services we're accustomed to. They've been subsidizing us for decades. And we have a choice right now. We either have to fight and reassert our dominance or just watch it slip away forever.
Supporters of the bill say losing corporations could force Delaware to implement higher taxes or even a sales tax. Senate Bill 21 has been assigned to the Senate Judiciary Committee. This has bipartisan support in the General Assembly.
And new this morning, the effort to find more residential space in Rehoboth Beach. Today, city officials will go over what is being called mixed-use zoning. Because Rehoboth Beach has limited new property available, city officials are looking at taking areas in commercial zones that are showing signs of aging and convert those to residential housing. And with more housing options near businesses within walking distance, one of the outcomes city officials say would be a reduction in traffic and congestion. And that task force created to craft this and is expected to present its proposal in April to the Planning Commission.
Happening today, potential action by South Bethany's Town Council on its fiscal year 2026 budget. It was last month the town's Budget and Finance Committee agreed to keep the rental tax rate at 8%. In 2024, the town raked in $650,000 from its rental tax. South Bethany's fiscal year begins May 1st. Got breaking news this morning. Actor Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, been found dead in their home. That's according to the Santa Fe, New Mexico County Sheriff's Office. It says investigators don't suggest foul play at this time, but the cause of death is unconfirmed.
A new traffic light was supposed to be built right at the intersection of Route 16 and Mulberry Street in Milton. That was supposed to be done by the end of 2024, according to DelDOT. However, that project has been delayed for some time now, and currently there is no traffic light at that intersection, and it's just a two-way stop. We spoke with one person who lives in Milton, and she told CoastTV with the rate of Milton growing, this should have been top of the list.
It's not a priority. So I think people's lives are a priority instead of some of these other things that are going down. Milton's growing, and there needs to be a light there.
And we reached out to DelDOT to see what the reason was for that delay, and we have not heard back yet.
Not too far down the road from that intersection, DelDOT is in the planning stage of building a roundabout at the intersection of Route 16 and Route 30. It's the area that we are showing you on your screen. The reason for this? DelDOT conducted a traffic study, and they identified this intersection as a high crash location.
Consumer fraud seems rampant across Delmarva recently, and that's the topic of a meeting on Friday, March 7th. The goal is to inform people on how to avoid and becoming a victim of scams and fraud, and this will be again on Friday, March 7th at DSP Troop 7 in Lewis.
Now, speaking of scams, there's an ongoing DMV toll scam. Text messages are going out that are designed to trick people into paying fake toll debt. The DMV and Easy Pass Delaware says don't click on those links. Easy Pass Delaware will never ask for money via text.
And another scam, the Milton Theater says unauthorized people were claiming to sell vendor spots for the St. Patty's Day parade. The business says scammers did use Facebook and other social media platforms, and the Milton Theater does not offer vendor spots for this event. If you're unsure about an offer, always contact them. And for more information on these scams and other scams on Delmarva, check out CoastTV.com.
2, 1, ignition, engines full power, and liftoff. Go SpaceX, go Starlink.
That is the launch of another Falcon 9 rocket Wednesday night, carrying a batch of Starlink satellites into orbit. The rocket lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida at 10:34 p.m. Eastern Time, and it was carrying 21 internet satellites, including 13 with direct-to-cell capabilities.
Let's go live now to our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. It was less than 24 hours ago, a couple of blocks from that building, that President Trump opened the door to his first cabinet get-together in his second term. In the wide-ranging meeting, the president praised his team and once again backed Elon Musk and his Doge department.
This even as the administration sends a new memo to agency heads preparing them for large-scale cuts. NBC's Alice Barr shows us what issues took center stage at that meeting.
President Trump hosting the UK Prime Minister today at the White House as a battle over foreign aid reached the Supreme Court overnight. Chief Justice John Roberts temporarily blocked a lower court's midnight deadline for the Trump administration to release $2 billion in funds frozen since January. Foreign aid groups had sued to continue their work and pay already due vendors. The Supreme Court weighing next steps, asking both sides for more information by tomorrow.
We put together a great cabinet.
In President Trump's first cabinet meeting Wednesday, cuts to USAID took center stage, along with Elon Musk.
With USAID, one of the things we accidentally canceled very briefly was Ebola, Ebola prevention. I think we all want Ebola prevention. So we restored the Ebola prevention immediately, and there was no interruption.
What Elon Musk said today was just categorically untrue.
Dr. Craig Spencer, who survived Ebola in 2014, tracks outbreaks around the world and says people who would normally
set up border screening to do the contact tracing on the ground, they're not getting paid.
President Trump defended deep spending cuts as NBC News obtained a new budget office memo giving agency heads 2 weeks to submit plans for mass layoffs.
We're cutting down the size of government. We have to. We're bloated. We're sloppy.
The president and Musk again defending that email directing federal employees to list what they did last week, warning that employees who have not yet replied may still be fired, even as some cabinet members at the table had initially told employees not to respond. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, coastal stores close doors. We'll tell you what is set to replace one longtime business in Ocean City.
And looking for land use reform, we'll tell you how a new Sussex County group aims to deal with the rapidly growing communities.
But first, building success. We'll show you an inspiring story of how La Plaza, Delaware helped one business owner do just that. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Coaches make a difference for their athletes and communities, and we want to honor them.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and donate $500 to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an additional donation to their program.
The coach can be from any sport at any level up to and including high school.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com.
Delmarva Sports Network's Coach Who Makes a Difference. Sponsored by Preston Automotive Group.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
Introducing Paisano, the authentic pizza oven by Granite Stone. Now make the world's most delicious pizza with real stone right in your own home. You simply set it and let it make golden, crispy, extra cheesy stone-baked pies in under 6 minutes. You can get your Paisano pizza oven for just 3 easy payments of $39.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free.
Call 1-800-608-5198 or order online at buypaisano.com.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, we highlight the Secret Rosies, whose contributions were vital but untold. Plus, how First Tee Delaware is shaping young lives through golf and character lessons. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
The Harry Kay Foundation presents its annual chocolate crawl on Saturday, April 26th in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Enjoy delectable chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
The excitement returns.
Fantastic game.
Players from the past are back.
The Jeopardy Invitational Tournament.
Thursday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
La Plaza Delaware is a nonprofit organization. It's dedicated to creating opportunities, to building business skills, and even increasing prosperity for Latino and minority-owned businesses. In this week's Coastal Connections, Telemundo Delmarva and Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman tells us the story of one business owner who started with a single class at La Plaza Delaware.
Imer de Leon, originally from Guatemala, launched his construction business 3 years ago after taking La Plaza Delaware's first business course.
We got the little push that we needed to be able to do things and do things the right way.
De Leon says he's put everything he learned into practice, not just for his business, but also to run his father's landscaping company.
They teach you about how, banking, what accounts, how to manage your money, how to go to a client and give them an invoice, give them an estimate, convert it to an invoice, and then be able to get more customers.
Mary DuPont, executive director of La Plaza Delaware, says the organization now has about 60 businesses enrolled in its courses and a network of about 400 businesses under its spin-off, the Delaware Alliance of Latino Entrepreneurs, also known as DALE.
It just makes my heart, feel good to see their success and to see how they've taken the information and used it in a way. But it's even more than information. It's the hard work and the resilience. That's what really impresses me.
For De Leon, taking that first course was a life-changing decision, leaving the safety of a job he loved to pursue the dream of his own business.
I was the maintenance property manager there at St. Michael the Archangel and Mary Mother of Peace Catholic Church. And taking the business class, it just opened my eyes to what I was, capable of doing and what I could become.
De Leon says the guidance he received has helped him turn his vision into a thriving business.
La Plaza has taught us the skills and help us make the connections that we need to be able to open a business and continue to grow a business.
One of De Leon's goals for this year is to continue growing his business and start doing commercial construction. In Lewis, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Shower your home with love with a new bath from Baths by Spicer Brothers. Our factory-trained experts can transform your space into one you'll love in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee, you can have peace of mind knowing your new bath or shower will last a lifetime. Right now, get 50% off installation, plus take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026.
Call to schedule your free in-home consultation. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Time is 5:18, and we're getting a look now at Rehoboth Beach there along the boardwalk. Lights there, not a lot of people out in this early morning hour. Chris is in for Bob this morning, and Chris, I've been talking to you during the break. You got a variety of things going on today weather-wise.
Oh, yeah. We have temperatures. Actually, some parts of Delmarva could touch 70 degrees today, believe it or not, ahead of this cold front. Now, we are seeing temperatures right now running a good 10 to nearly 21 degrees higher than where they were at just this time yesterday. In fact, temperatures right now, we're at 51 in Georgetown. That is more closer to the average high for this time of year. 47 Bethany Beach, we're at 50 in Rehoboth. And you can see those winds out of the south pulling in that milder air. Small craft advisory up for the Delaware coast through 6 Friday, and that extends southward into Ocean City, Chincoteague. For the Bayside, we have that advisory up through midnight Friday. Well, we are clear from any precipitation at this point. We have a warm front lifting to the north, but you can see some shower activity developing back through portions of western Pennsylvania down through West Virginia, and this is all making a push to the east. Not all that impressive, not all that heavy. The front's still back off through portions of Ohio, so the showers will be with us today. A lackluster front making a run at 70, believe it or not. Tomorrow, sunshine returns in full force. It'll be breezy with temperatures in the lower 50s. Now, I think these temperatures are a bit high, but I do think some areas will touch 70, especially away from the coast. Cooler at the coast, mid-60s as that air comes off the ocean and bay. 66 in Chicotee. Needless to say, a mild day ahead of this front. There's the shower activity rolling in about 2, 3 o'clock. Pushing to the coast by around 4 or 5. Again, not all that heavy, and it will wind down pretty rapidly through the evening as skies clear. It will be breezy throughout the day as well. Those winds kicking up anywhere between about 20 to 30 through the evening and into Friday. Notice the west wind behind the front. And then by Saturday, we switch it right back to a southwest wind. Look at Saturday, 65 degrees, partly sunny skies, a tale of two seasons this weekend. By Sunday, it's feeling like winter again, all thanks to this vigorous cold front. Not a whole lot of moisture associated with this front, but we're going to be talking about wind chills back in the teens and 20s come Sunday and Monday. And it's not until middle part of next week we see a bit more moisture associated with a bit more of a significant storm, middle part of next week. We're at 68 today, a cloudy, mild day, 40 with clearing skies. Breezy conditions, 54 tomorrow, a sunny, breezy day. Rosalie Rousey, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, you're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella. And there is your 7-day, 65 on Sunday. That big drop in temperature into Sunday, 39. And then we gradually climb out of that winter-like feel back into the 50s and 60s into the middle part of next week.
Thank you, Chris. In Sussex County, Land Use Reform Working Group to help address growth issues is being formed. This will advise the County Council and Planning and Zoning Commission. County officials tell us this group hopes to find solutions for what they say is the #1 issue here, development. The first step to look at where growth is happening and to try to even it out. Some people we spoke with think this is a great idea.
So that we're not so overwhelmed, we ourselves become captives of this wonderful place and we can't even use it. That's kind of sad. I don't think the community expected things here to explode the way it has.
And the county says the biggest development areas right now are Lewis, Ocean View, and Millville.
And a totally different group, the Sussex County Preservation District, will hold a meeting focused on local conservation needs, as well as how community input can shape USDA and conservation programs. That workshop will take place at the Vanderwend Evans Conservation Center on March 5th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And this brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know what should be the top priority for Sussex County's Land Use Working Group.
And so far, 51% of voters say preserving farmland, 35% say managing growth, 9% affordable housing, and 5% improving roads. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttv.com or on our mobile app. Up next on Coast TV News Today, coastal stores close its doors. We'll tell you why one popular Ocean City restaurant says it feels lucky to be replacing one longtime business that's set to close for good. Don't go anywhere.
I honestly don't know where I'd be without my wife and 2 sons. It's hard to imagine. You want to present yourself in a good way, present yourself as a good role model. Not that that's an issue, but it's always in the back of my mind. Hey, is this the way I want them to see? Is this the way I want them to be? I just can't imagine not having that family, people I'm with, part of my life. I just can't imagine it.
Coast TV, our community, your news, where every story hits close to home.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Who wants to drag out a bulky vacuum? Introducing Horsepower Duck, a super compact vac with ultra powerful suction. Clean up that mess in the kitchen, the spill on the sofa, even sawdust in the workshop. Just duck it up. The compact design can reach the tightest places, so store it in any drawer where it's always at your fingertips. You can even store it in your glove box for the ultimate car vac. The HEPA filter helps remove dust and allergens. Plus, it dumps out with ease, so it's ready to clean again. Get the Horsepower Duck hand vac for just $39.99. Order right now and we'll upgrade you to the Duck Pro package, a $30 value, yours free. You get the bendable tube, the crevice nozzle, and the soft brush nozzle, but supplies are limited, so there's a strict limit of 3 ducks per order. This may be your last chance to get yours at this low price, so don't delay. Duck it up today.
Call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com. So call 1-800-581-3085 or visit duckback.com now.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
Coast TV News can be heard on Big 107.7.
Certain stores in Ocean City are saying goodbye one last time. The 7-Eleven in downtown Ocean City will be closing its doors for good, and also the Alaska Stand, a place that has been serving people along the boardwalk for over 90 years, will also be closing its doors for good. But Thrashers plans to take over this spot.
I'm very happy. Every aspect of the town, the police force, the public works, yeah, we're very lucky.
And they're hopeful that the new Thrashers will open its doors before the summer season begins. And Matt, we've had good weather news this week. I know you like to suntan. I don't really know if we're there yet. Maybe, I don't know. Chris says high 70s on parts of Delmarva. It's be gorgeous.
Yeah, not exactly at the beach. I mean, we've been pretty cooler at the beach with that wind coming off the ocean and the bay, but nonetheless, I mean, not much to complain about this week as far as the temperatures are concerned. As we look live into Ocean City, 43 degrees there, wind out of the southwest at about 16 miles an hour. And if we look at temperatures across Ocean City today, we're going to get up in the mid to upper 50s there, a bit cooler there with some shower activity late in the day as that front moves through Fenwick Island. 57 at around noon. We'll touch the lower to mid 60s Lewis in Rehoboth with the shower activity arriving through the afternoon and into the evening hours. Cambridge, we're going to be right around that 60-degree mark with showers developing through around noon into the evening, as well as in Crisfield. You can get your forecast anytime by dialing our First Alert weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead, Mondalis, and Federico. We'll talk more about the showers rolling through later on today, as well as a big swing in temperature this weekend. We'll talk about that in the next half hour.
After the break on Coast TV News today, tough traffic dilemma. We'll tell you why there is still no traffic light at one busy intersection in Milton after the project was scheduled to be complete already.
Also, hunting for homes, how officials in Rehoboth Beach are now considering rezoning to bring in more people living in the city.
Also, mayors make campaigns clear. We'll tell you what each candidate in Milton says they are focusing on as the election is now just days away. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
It's the incredible Red Dog, the amazing universal socket tool that fits, grips, and tightens virtually any fastener. Look at all the different sizes and shapes, nuts, bolts, and screws. Any head will do. Red Dog grabs on tight and locks into place fast. It replaces hundreds of different tools, yet it's smaller than a battery. 54 telescoping steel pins mold around any object. Then, up to 150 pounds of torque knock out out rusted fasteners. You can get Red Dog for just $19.99. Breaking news, Red Dog may be discontinued. Due to supply chain shortages, Red Dog is stopping manufacturing immediately. There's a strict limit of 3 per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-519-7208. That's 1-800-519-7208 or visit byreddog.com. Call 1-800-519-7208 now.
Now on CoastTV News.
A pleasant good Thursday morning, Delmarva. It is a mild start across the peninsula this morning. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s on our way to potentially near 70 degrees across parts of the region. I am tracking a few showers this afternoon as a weak front moves through, and then a wide range in temperature this weekend. We'll talk all about it in my full forecast.
Prison time pending after this week's guilty plea in a high-profile hit-and-run case. We look at the sentencing options that are in play for Tyler Mailloux.
Upcoming Milton decision, a preview of the mayoral election taking place this Saturday.
Tax rate review, what South Bethany is considering as it attempts to finalize its new budget.
This is CoastTV News Today.
February 27th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
Time is 5:30. Chris earlier said, if you're just joining us, earlier he said we could get close to 70 degrees today in some spots.
This is good news. Yesterday I was outside after work. The sun was shining. People were smiling. It was a good day. Chris, let's keep it up.
I'm going to try my best. And no snow, no ice to deal with this morning. No frigid wind chills. In fact, we're running about 21 degrees warmer in Salisbury than where we were at just this time yesterday. 16 degrees warmer in Georgetown, and it is quite mild out there. We're at 51 right now in Georgetown. Average lows for this time of year are right around freezing. So that's kind of an indicator of how mild it is across the area. 54 Seaford, and we're at 43 in Ocean City. You can see that southwesterly flow winds anywhere between about 5 to 15 right now. No rain to speak of. We have shower activity extending from Pennsylvania down through Maryland and Virginia. Not all that heavy, not all that impressive. The heaviest moisture is just east of Pittsburgh, but we are going to see shower activity break out today before, though, we will reach the upper 60s to around 70 in some locations with that shower activity developing this afternoon. The sun arrives tomorrow. We're going to see plenty of sunshine into our Friday. It will be a bit breezy, but seasonably pleasant. By the weekend, though, we begin in the 60s and end in the 30s. So it's going to be kind of a tale of two seasons, if you will. So this morning, starting off in the 50s, a balmy start by the afternoon. We're approaching the 70-degree mark in some locations, a bit cooler at the coast with that shower activity rolling around. We'll talk more, though, about that weekend warm-up and that big drop in temperature as we go into Sunday. That's all a bit later on.
Thank you, Chris. Milton's municipal election is just days away, and 2 candidates are running for mayor. They are current Mayor John Coulier and Vice Mayor Lee Reeves-Plank. And with days to go until people cast their vote, both say their focus is working with the town to serve the people of Milton.
Nobody loses in this game. We're all in this together.
You have to be able to just put your head down and keep working forward for the best of the town.
Eligible voters can head to the Milton Fire Department from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, and make sure you have your ID with you.
Got an update on a story that we've been covering, well, for over 2 years now. This is our first look at Tyler Mailloux's booking photo. On Tuesday, Mailloux pled guilty to the felony charge of failure to remain at the scene of an accident that resulted in a death. That was the death of Berlin teenager Gavin Canup. Now, as part of a deal, the Worcester County State's Attorney's Office recommended Mailloux be held behind bars for 3 years, 227 days. However, it is possible that Judge Brett Wilson sees fit. Mailloux could end up spending a decade in prison.
We wanted to get justice for the family. That was the most important thing to us. And we're pleased that the case was able to resolve by way of a plea to the top count.
And we'll have more clarity when Judge Brett Wilson makes his decision on March 19th.
Breaking news this morning, actor Gene Ackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa have been found dead in their home. That's according to the Santa Fe County's Sheriff's Office. And you can see the beloved actor known for the popular movie, The French Connection, right here on your screen. And the Santa Fe County's Sheriff's Office says investigators don't suspect foul play, but the cause of death is unconfirmed. And you are now taking a live look at Rehoboth Beach on this Thursday morning. This is a view from the boardwalk. As you can see, not too active there, but in the summertime, in just a couple of months, a lot of people will be there. And later today, we could be looking at some potential changes in the nation's summer capital. And Rehoboth Beach officials are looking for ways to get more homes into the city. It's part of a plan called mixed-use zoning. It would take areas in commercial zones that are showing signs of age and convert those to residential housing. And we are talking about apartments, condominiums, and homes, and their task force is working on this, and it is expected to present its proposal in April to the Planning Commission and then to the City Council.
New this morning, South Bethany's Town Council will continue its work on the fiscal year 2026 budget. Last month, the town's Budget and Finance Committee agreed to keep the rental tax rate at 8%. The budget that was approved for the 2025 fiscal year, it came in at just under $3.5 million. South Bethany's fiscal year begins on May 1st. We have signs that consumer fraud is on the rise across Delmarva. That's the topic of a meeting Friday, March 7th with Delaware State Police. The goal is informing people of how to avoid becoming a victim of scams and fraud. And this will be Friday, March 7th at Troop 7 in Lewis.
There's a stop sign of a no traffic light at the corner of Mulberry Street and Route 16. Construction to build a light right at this intersection is on your screen, was supposed to start in August.
But as Brendan Conroy shows us, some people in Milton are questioning what happened to that plan.
Stopping for some, cruising right on by for others. That's what you'll see in Milton at the intersection of Mulberry Street and Route 16 after the construction of a traffic light has been delayed for at least 6 months. Linda Figliozzi lives in Milton and told CoastTV as more people make their way to our coastal towns and cities, this is something that she thinks should be at the top of DelDOT's to-do list.
It's not a priority. So I think people's lives are a priority instead of some of these other things that are going down. Milton's growing, and there needs to be a light there.
Theo Lightman, who lives in Milton, says he feels left in the dark when it comes to the reason for the long delay.
Safety should be the priority, the top priority. At this point, the agency responsible for installing the light should give the public an explanation.
Since there is no traffic light there right now, then what's controlling traffic? Let me show you. We have one stop sign right here. There's one on the opposite side of the street. That's for those traveling down Mulberry Street, and those going down the Milton-Ellendale Highway, as you can see, well, they have no light or a sign. Because of the delay, other drivers told CoastTV they plan to stay extra alert at that intersection. For CoastTV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
And not too far down the road from that intersection, DelDOT is in the planning stage of building a roundabout at the intersection of Route 16 and 30. That is the area that we're showing you on your screen. Now, the reason for this, DelDOT conducted a traffic study, and they identified that intersection as a high crash location.
New reports out today provide hard data about the state of the U.S. economy and how it impacts Americans. President Trump is confirming that he still plans to impose 25% on Mexican and Canadian imports. In light of such changes, Apple and Eli Lilly say they're investing billions of dollars in U.S. manufacturing. On the other hand, recent surveys show tariffs are causing certain concern about inflation. However, some lawmakers think the changes could be beneficial in the long run.
Is a drive to bring back manufacturing, to protect our great jobs here.
Consumers are telling us that they are getting a bit more worried about the future.
Republican efforts to lower the deficit are making waves. Part of that is a new House resolution that calls for massive and controversial spending cuts.
Do have a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, staff shortage cease. We'll tell you how one local says closures of the Woodland Ferry will help them on their daily commute.
Also, Henle Open Conference team looks to advance. Smyrna's girls basketball team attempting to take that next step towards a state title.
But first, the Point at Cape is closing for the spring and the summer season. We'll tell you when the state park says that area is set to reopen. Stay with us on CoastTV News Today.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit GetMonkeyMagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Good Thursday morning. Delmarva sunrise at 6:34 this morning. And I tell you what, when we look at the sunsets here over the next few weeks, we're going to be gaining sunlight. Look, by the next 2 weeks, we're going to have a sunset after 7 o'clock. And then by March 20th, 7:11 there as we continue to gain sunlight here and approach spring as well. Daylight saving time, well, about 10 days away from that. 18, St. Patrick's Day, first day of spring, 21 days away. And Easter pretty late this year, 52 days away. We are tracking a cold front. See shower activity extending from northern Pennsylvania down through West Virginia. This is all making a push towards the east as temperatures rise upper 60s to around 70 today. And then we're going to stay pretty mild at least through Saturday before that big plunge. And we see the return of winter-like temperatures. We'll talk more about that in the full 7-day forecast here in just a few moments.
Developing news in the Lewis area. The point at Cape Henlopen State Park is closing Saturday, March 1st for the spring and summer season. They've closed every year since 1993. And that's because of threatened and endangered beach nesting of migratory shorebirds and other wildlife species. The ocean side will reopen to the public September 1st, but Bayside, that will not reopen until October 1st because of shorebird migration.
Rosenfeld's old location, that's gone, but the beloved Jewish deli is returning to OC in a different capacity. Back in September, Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli closed their doors at 63rd Street, saying the building was simply getting too old. But the good news, you can soon enjoy Rosenfeld's inside the Schmegel's Bagels on 82nd Street during the summer season.
DENREC is reminding people that you will need to start paying to enter state parks. It starts Saturday, March 1st, lasts until November 30th. And there are several types of annual passes that give access to all 17 Delaware state parks for the entire fee season. Now, daily fees for cars registered in state, they're at $4 at inland parks, $5 at ocean parks.
This is some pretty cool sports news. This year, the Delmarva Shorebirds are going to pay tribute to the wild ponies. Here you can see them from above in the iconic pony swim.
Yeah, on May 17th, the Shorebirds will become the Delmarva Wild Ponies on the baseball field. As part of this one-night special identity, the Shorebirds will be wearing custom jerseys and hats that will include the Wild Ponies logo.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning. We had 8 postseason matchups on the girls' basketball courts in Delaware. Let's take you to the north part of the state. Last night, the number 14 seed Tower Hill trying to upset the number 3 seed Smyrna at the home of the Eagles. And we'll start it off with Vivian Daniel of Tower Hill driving to the basket. She floats in one from the line, tying the score at 2 in the first. Kaya Burnett of Smyrna finds Gabrielle Royal across the court, who drops one in for 2, breaking the tie and making the score 4-2. Now it's Burnett on the fast break, and she lays it in for 2. Eagles now up by 8. Then it's Amaya Ellerby blowing by defenders, Euro stepping through the lane and lays it in for the deuce, making the score 29-9 in the second. Now on the other end, Sarah Graveland all alone down the court and lays one in, cutting into the deficit, 36-14 Eagles. Peyton Craig had other plans. She knocks down an Eagle three-pointer, increasing the Smyrna lead to 25. Tower Hill possession. Vivian Wan gets Burnett off her feet and banks in the jumper. Lead cut to 21 now. Second half of action. Gabrielle Royal with a hand in her face, but it doesn't matter. She drills the three. Score now 46-23. Now it's Kaya Burnett finding Devia Savage, who makes the easy basket. Eagles up big on Tower Hill late in the third, and Smyrna goes on to win 82-54. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
Coming up tonight on DSN, 7:30, professional hockey as the Delaware Thunder host Columbus, and then it's the final score at 10:30.
If you're having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from CoastTV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. And you can sign up for free at coasttv.com and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
Well, the good news is we're going to continue to see the mild temperatures across Delmarva today, making a run at 70 in some locations. But we do have a few pesky little showers rolling through this afternoon through the evening. Maybe go with that large iced coffee today. We'll talk about, though, a big drop in temperature coming this weekend. That's all coming up in my full 7-day forecast after the break.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We're Delmarva proud.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, we highlight the Secret Rosies, whose contributions were vital but untold. Plus, how First Tee Delaware is shaping young lives through golf and character lessons. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Coverage on the road, along the coast, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the I.G. Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Listen to 93.5 The Beach, Delmarva's rock station.
The time is now 5:47, and we are taking a live look outside at Ocean City this morning. And Chris, this week we're going to have better weather today. I know you said there's a little possibility of rain, but hopefully people can get outside today.
Oh, yeah, I know you're loving this weather. No frigid temperatures this morning to speak of. And in fact, we're seeing quite a warm up across the area. We're about 10 to 20 degrees warmer than just this time yesterday across much of Delmarva. And you can see temperatures right now. We're at 55 in Seaford, 51 Georgetown, 51 Salisbury, in the 40s along the coast. We're at 50 in Rehoboth Beach. And you can see those winds continuing out of the southwest at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Small craft advisory up through about 6 a.m. Friday, and that extends southward into Chickateague. And then we have small craft advisories up through the bay through midnight. Warm front is lifting into the area, and that is allowing for these temperatures to really rise. But you can see plenty of shower activity, some heavier rain extending from central Pennsylvania down through West Virginia. This rain's not going to be all that heavy today, more of a pesky variety as the cold front pushes through. But the bigger story is really going to be this kind of up and down temperature swing. We're going to be pretty mild through about Saturday, then that big plunge Sunday into Monday, and then we'll gradually rebound through the middle part of next week. Now, highs today, I think we're going to be right are in the upper 60s to around 70, especially in the interior Delmarva. 68 Cambridge, 70 Vienna, 72 I think is a bit warm in Salisbury. I think we'll be more around 69, 70 there. You see the shower activity roll through by about 2, 3 o'clock. Again, not all that heavy, pushing towards the coast by around 5 to 6 o'clock, extending from Salisbury down to Ocean City. And then by 7 o'clock, we're pretty much done with the rain, turning breezy with winds out of the northwest, but clearing skies into our Friday. Winds out of the southwest today, gusting anywhere between about 20 to 30. Switching out of the northwest tonight into tomorrow, a breezy day but sunny with temperatures in the 50s, and then we're right back into the southwesterly flow come Saturday. Feeling like spring into Saturday, feeling like winter into Sunday. It'll be a dry weekend as far as precipitation is concerned. Strong cold front, not a whole lot of moisture associated with a front, but as the front passes through Saturday night, we're going to feel wind chills back in the teens and 20s come Sunday into Monday. And then it's not until middle part of next week we see another storm system pass to our west, spreading some moderate to potentially some heavier rainfall into the area come Wednesday into Thursday. We're at 68 today, a cloudy, milder day with those showers rolling in tonight. Clearing skies, we're at 40, a bit on the breezy side, 54 for our Friday, still above average into the weekend. Rosalie Rousey, Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, you're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella. 7-day forecast shows 65 on Saturday, feeling like the 20s for most of the day Sunday, despite the sunny skies. Then we're going to wake up Monday to wind chills in the teens, so keep that in mind. 41 for a high, and then we'll rebound back into the 50s and 60s through the middle part of next week.
Thanks a lot, Chris. DelDOT says frequent closures of the Woodland Ferry due to staff shortages will soon be coming to an end. 2 new captains are in the process of completing their training, and they're expected to set sail in the next few months. Jordan Walker, who uses the ferry to avoid traffic on his drive home to Seaford from work in Dagsboro, says he's hopeful that the new hires will allow the ferry to be more reliable.
If I'm able to come the back way and go through the ferry, it saves me 15 minutes at least. And after a long day of work, you really want to get home. So I check all the time, and most of the time it's closed. So then I have to, scoot around in town, Laurel, Seaford, and then cut all the way through Stein Highway, go through in-town Seaford, West Seaford, just to get right here, basically.
And DelDOT is now telling drivers that the Woodland Ferry will not run between March 3rd and March 7th, but will resume trips across the Nanticoke River the morning of Monday, March the 10th.
Well, despite more in the way of cloud cover today, we are going to see the mild temperatures continue. We're going to be pushing the mid to upper 60s to near 70 with showers developing after about noon today through the early evening hours. We'll have a look at that 10-day forecast when CoastTV News Today continues.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away. and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696 or visit lizardflare.com now.
A meeting of outside advisors to the Food and Drug Administration to discuss flu vaccines has been canceled. A member of the advisory committee says he received an email Wednesday with the news, and that meeting was set for March 13th, and that was to choose the flu strains for the shot that will be released in September. That committee says it's not clear how manufacturers will get guidance on that composition of the seasonal flu vaccine.
We have good news for tea drinkers. A new study suggests that brewing tea may help purify the water. Researchers found the tea leaves were able to remove heavy metals through a process called absorption. The metals can then be removed when you discard the tea bag or filter out the leaves. The researchers say more metal was removed the longer they let the tea steep.
The time is now 5:55, so we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is a good boy enjoying a nice walk. Look at that guy right there.
So
that is
cute.
Sam, everybody. Sam loves his walks on the boardwalk, and well, this week's been a great one for weather-wise for that. Sam was submitted to us by Molly in Millsboro. You like Sam there?
He's cute, and I hope Sam went to the boardwalk this week, and we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
Yeah, you can scan that QR code at the top, get your friends to us here at Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 to see all the pets we feature.
And it's now 5:56, so I think this week has been a good forecast for dog walking, that's for sure.
It has been. And Chris is in for Bob this morning. So, Chris, let's talk about these warmer temperatures that we are having.
Oh, yeah. It's been feeling really good out there. A little cooler at the coast, but I can't complain. We're not seeing frigid temperatures like we've had most of this winter. We're at 68 today. Wouldn't surprise me if some parts of Delmarva touch 70 today ahead of that cold front. It's going to bring a few pesky showers this afternoon. We're sunny. We're breezy into our Friday. And the weekend, pretty sunny. But depending upon what season you like, we're going to start the seasons of spring into Saturday, and we're going to fall into the 30s Sunday, and it is going to feel like winter once again. Sunday into Monday with wind chills falling into the teens and 20s. But the good news is we rebound into the middle part of next week with a chance of rain into Wednesday as temperatures get back into the 50s and 60s.
All right, thanks, Chris. Coming up in our next hour, drifting dollars in Delaware, the effort in the General Assembly to stop the exodus of businesses that incorporated in the state. That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.